Hello, everybody. Welcome again to another great video segment we are doing leading up to the International Actuaries Day on September 2nd. And I'm thrilled to be joined today this morning by Michael Tichareva, who is from lovely South Africa. And we have it right here. I'm going to point it. That's one of the reasons why we put it in the middle is because a lot of exciting things is coming from the African continent. I'm really thrilled to have you here to be able to give us a little bit of an African perspective on what's happening and what does that mean for you, the International Actuaries Day. Michael, floor is yours.
Yeah, no, thank you very much, Matthew. Look, there is a lot of interesting and exciting stuff that's happening here with the actuaries being involved in a lot of wider fields. I mean, you would have known, I've been leading, for example, in the banking space. Started right here in South Africa, and now we consider it a practice area for actuaries, and we're having a lot of actuaries getting involved in that. And then we're seeing a lot of work as well in the insurance sector with IFRS 17. And I find myself right now starting to engage a lot of insurance companies in different countries just to try and assist them in rolling out the implementation of IFRS 17. So there's a lot of interesting stuff, young continent, a lot of young people, young actuaries, actuarial professionals coming up. And you would have seen I'm very much involved in that, trying to develop them to get to where they need. So the IAA obviously is driving some of that. So there is it's exciting times for us here. It's exciting stuff. And obviously, we really learn a lot from our international partners, the more advanced, more mature markets. So we really watch, we really learn a lot. This issue of transferring knowledge, information works for us. So that's a lot is happening, but we need 1 hour to talk about it, or even a day.
and we are hopefully going to be able to spend more time on this on September 2nd and even later on in future years. But one point that I want to talk a little bit more about, or hear you talk a little bit more about, is when you think about young actuaries. And one of the things that we hear more and more is that young actuaries are really focused on their day-to-day stuff, they're what's in front of them. And you're a great example of taking a better, broader perspective of the world and how does that imply, and learning from other cultures. Like, how do you basically transfer that passion to young people that are coming into the profession and talking to you and wanting to learn from you?
Oh, Matthew, I think you really know the right questions to ask. So I'm heavily involved in trying to show the young actuaries, the upcoming professionals, how to balance a lot of things for you to be a complete actuary. If we go back to Frank Reddington, I think in 1956, one of the great actuaries in the UK, then he said, if you are just an actuary, you're not an actuary. If you're just an actuary, you're not an actuary. You can't be an actuary just like that. So we try and balance the skills of these young actuaries coming up and say, you are going to have your hard skills, your core technical skills as an actuary. But then you have to balance that with the other softer side of things, the other softer skills that help you to deliver your professional promise, which means your learning and your understanding need to be much broader, so that you look at things from a different perspective, because we exist here to solve problems. We exist to bring solutions onto the table. And for us to do that, you can't just be an actuary. You're going to have a broader perspective, a professional who sees things from all different lenses, take into account the issues the world is facing, and then develop solutions from that perspective. That's what I always tell the young actuaries. And you know what? A lot of them come through my hands. If you want to know statistics, I think I probably have, over the past 10, 12 years, about 120 people who have qualified through my hands as a result of training them and discussing issues. So yes, that's something really, really in my heart. We try.
And just as a final question for you, because of time, because you just talked about something you're really proud of. Like, what is the proudest thing that you have done in your career as an actuary that you want to set or tell people?
There are many things, but the word proudest is probably the one I'm going to take. Look, two things. The first thing is I have really worked with young actuaries coming up to transform them, to get them over the line. I continue to do that. So I'm very proud of that. But the banking initiative, I really drove it with a team, of course, with a lot of people, and we're taking it around the world. That's one thing we are going to continue doing. So I'm proud of those two things. And I think we'll continue with that.
Excellent.
And internationally, you know, I'm
Yeah.
all over. I've been all places, US,
Yeah.
Germany, the UK, India, a lot of African countries, you know, so, and we're telling the same story. So I'm proud of that. And the actuarial community around me supports me in doing those things.
Indeed. And thanks to you, a lot of people now internationally think about actuaries and banking, and because a lot of the great work that you have done. So thank you very much for that. So that's it for us today, folks, because we're out of time, but we are going to hear a lot about other great actuaries, maybe not as good as the ones that we've heard today, but leading up to September 2nd, we have, of course, a long list of people who want to talk about what it means to them. So it's really great, really good to engage. Michael, thank you very much for your time today. Have a great day.
Thank you, Matthew. Thank you.